Okay, drilled them out more. It's now a drop-through fit for the screws, so should be no issues. Give this another try. Let's see, bracket that way. Screws go this way. Yeah, get on there. Where's that hole? Bracket makes it kind of hard to see what's going on, doesn't it? Okay, I think that's got it. Feels pretty straight and stuff. Looks pretty straight and stuff. Yeah, brackets tight and everything. I think we're good to go. We have a nut installed. Okay, nuts on, bridge is on, neck is on. Put the saddles in. You just lay a straight edge across it in order to figure out where the string height that action equals 0 is going to be. And from that you can figure out how high to make a depth pick guard and how high to mount the pickup. And let's see, kill button's going to go like here, sticking out on a little tab or panel. And EQ goes up here, battery box goes down there, on-off switch goes on the back end of the battery box, and I think that's everything. Let's see, EQ, pickup, kill, EQ, battery box, on-off, yeah, that's everything. So, yeah, I think put the saddles in next. I was thinking about it, and you put the saddles on, and you put a straight edge on them, and get a height for your depth pick guard and for your pickup, and you can glue on your EQ and your battery box and all the rest of the junk. But you're not going to be able to route the wires until you know exactly where the leg bar falls, because you need to route the wires along the side of the guitar until it gets below where the leg bar is, and then you can move around to the back of the guitar to run it up to the electronics up here at this end, or down here at this end. So I'm thinking that the leg bar is going to be the next thing to do. And that way the leg bar will already be there, and once you get all the rest of the stuff glued on, you'll be ready to go immediately for wiring it up, and you won't have to worry about flipping it over and fitting a leg bar once you've got all the rest of the stuff glued on it. And you know, you might end up knocking off your depth pick guard or something like that accidentally. And you know, it wouldn't sit it won't sit flat if it's got, like, you know, the EQ glued on it, things like this. So it's probably going to be easier to do the leg bar, swing bar now, I'm thinking. It also might call for chamfering these screws if it doesn't clear, but wait and see. Wait and see. And the big question about the leg bar is what to make it out of, because there's not enough cutoff left from the Bubinga body blank to make a leg bar out of. And I've only got one more Bubinga blank. I don't want to use that for another guitar, I think. And then I've got this thing, which is a mahogany blank. And this thing I can actually, as you can see, it's, let me put the guitar over here for a sec. Since we're looking at wood, alright, so that's 1, 2, that's like about 3 body blanks wide, this piece of mahogany. So I can take this thing and cut it into thirds, and then stand each third up on its end and split it and get 6 mahogany body blanks out of this slab. So I don't want to use any of this for a bar. So then I've got the flame maple. There's actually two of those body blanks, but once again, I don't want to use this in order to make a bar for one of these, especially since these are wide enough that you can actually make a bar to go with the body, all in flame. So yeah, I think we're going to save the excess cutoff from these guys to go with these body blanks. And then, God, I'm running out of cool wood. I think I'm down to, oh, yeah, one more, wherever it is here. Where is it? There it is. That board back there in the corner is red oak. And so yeah, that would probably be about the best thing I've got available, would be the red oak, I would guess. I can go red oak or I can go pine. And Once again, the red oak is nice for doing body blanks, and it's wide enough to get both a body blank and a bar out of it. So let's see, yeah. See how this stuff stacks up. Alright, so this is the red oak. And yeah, see, this has already had a couple bars cut out of it. And so this portion of the red oak is only as wide as the body blank as the Bubinga. And if you get to the full width of the board over here, then you're at the same place you're at with that. So it's got to split up at that end, which means you can only really get like one good body blank out of it. Yeah, see that split up there? So yeah, you can get like one body blank there in red oak, and then looks like you can get one more with a bar, wide enough for a bar. So yeah, so this whole board is only worth 2 body blanks and then some scrap. So I've only got 2 red oaks left. I got 2 flame maples left. I got 6 mahoganies. And I got 1 Bubinga. And then I got pine and I got plywood. So looks like it's going to be pine. And the pine is southern pine or Douglas fir or spruce. One of the 3. The 2x4 stuff I've got, I think, is actually spruce, to tell you the truth. Because those are the 3 species that Lowe's apparently uses for their 2x4 stock. And when I picked this particular couple pieces of 2x4 up, at that point in time, when I checked back online to figure out exactly what kind of wood it was, the only thing they were listing was spruce. So I'm pretty sure that this 2x4 I've got here is actually spruce. And any of the 3 is going to be fine because they're all harder pines, I guess you would call it. Douglas fir is actually supposedly like the 3rd stiffest wood on the planet, or something like that. And or specific stiffness, how stiff it is versus how much it weighs. But yeah, so I think I might be making a bar out of pine, and there's nothing really wrong with that. I mean, it's going to be more or less the same color of wood as the maple in the neck, so I should be able to get a pretty good color match with the neck. And if I wanted to, I could throw a little red into the dye and try to color match the body instead. And it's going to be easy to work, so it won't be like carving on this Bubinga, which is like trying to work a masonry brick. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with the spruce. Or we're going to call it spruce. It might be southern pine, it might be fir, but I think it's spruce. So we're going to go with the spruce. So now I need a piece of spruce about yay thick by yay wide by just about as long as this blank. It needs to be anywhere from 18 to 24 inches long. So, okay, so here's our piece of spruce, such as it is, and it's going to be time for some quality time with the table saw. So, time to clear it off and set it up. You know, I'm going to have to turn on the generator first for this, aren't I? Okay, now we got power. I'm going to take a little bit off of this side just to clean up, get a clean edge. There we go, clean edge, some nice looking pine. Now we'll set it over the three-quarters. Let me see what that looks like. Get a ruler. That'll get us 19 mil. That should be close enough to 20. So yeah, that'll do. Okay, looking good. We probably want to try to avoid that if we can. Let's just go like that. That ought to do it. You just sand that. All right. Cool. Okay, we got a bar. Seems to be pretty square. Yeah, I guess it's square enough. Alrighty then. Okay, it's time to work out where the right leg cutout goes, because that determines where the bar goes. And the formula that I use is, first of all, I'm going to be setting this up as what I call the shredder style design. Back when I had the twin bar designs, that would be the one that had the offset so that it moved everything to the left. So compared to a traditional guitar, the right leg cutout, and remember the bar goes across both legs, the right leg cutout compared to a traditional guitar is going to be 4 inches to the right, to the player's right, or 4 inches further towards the bottom of the guitar. What this does is this shifts, say like normally where my hand is right here is where the cutout would be, right around the middle pickup area. What you do is you shift the cutout to about here, and that places the bridge for semi-palm muting like right here under your hand where it naturally falls. So I've been using this left shifted layout on, I do it automatically now. I don't even think about it. I just use this formula for, here's what you do. You go from the center of the bridge, you go straight down, and then you kick it back 30 degrees because the guitar is going to be tilted roughly 30 degrees this way. So you go back 30 degrees, and that's where the center of the leg cutout should fall. You go from the center of the bridge, you go down, and then you rotate back 30 degrees, and then you want to come out from the center of the bridge about 4 inches or 100 millimeters, roughly that distance, and that's where the center of the leg cutout should be. So in this case, it would be about where my middle finger is now. So our leg cutout's going to be about there, and our bar is going to be somewhere in this region, depending on what there is to bolt it to back there. But yeah, the bar would go, let's see, saddle, cutout, bar, something like that. About that angle for the leg. Oh, this would be at a 25 for this angle here. But yeah. So that's a basic idea. And then it's a question of, so they're going to meet right about at this corner. This is where we want the two of them to meet. Right about there. Right about at this corner. Or the front edge of the bridge. Ought to do, it looks like. So then the question is, what is there back here to screw it to? Also might want to take a look at another X13 guitar in order to see how it's done there. It's going to vary slightly because of the difference in the trims, but it should be similar. Alright, so there's the curve. You want it to be there in about 25 degrees. You haven't got much to work with. You could put a screw there, and then maybe one here. And then the other option is to put like a little block of wood coming off of here so that you can put a hole there, and that's how you get your leg cut out. Some of the, you might have to chamfer those and recess them. Some of the, that's about where the strap bar position would be. And obviously part be somewhere about here. As for the length, this thing is, oh, that's long, 28 and a half. And we're only going to probably need 18, or about that much. Just about what fills the screen. So yeah, we've got almost an extra foot here. This is probably the nicer looking end, I'd say. So take it from this end, cut that little bit off right there, and then yeah, take the first like 2 feet off of this, slap it on, see how long it needs to be, cut it back to length, that kind of idea. Let me take a look at a couple of other X13s and see how they did them. Okay, here's the original X13, and you can see the leg cutout is once again almost at the front of the bridge. This one's actually a little bit forward, and in the back, yeah, what it is that here you've got, well, no, you don't really have that much room. You've only got a little over maybe 1.25 inches or so between the 2 screws, so that would probably be comparable to this thing here. Let's see, where's the saddles? That bridge is there, that bridge is there, so these two match up about that way. Yeah, see, this bar is actually way back here on this guitar by comparison. And you want the bar to be like up here, which actually is pretty close to where this bar is by comparison. I've got the saddle lines on these 2 guitars lined up, so anything you see that's different here, like this part sticks back further and this part sticks back further, that's difference is because of the difference in the bridge designs themselves. So, yeah, okay, so there's not a lot of space between these 2 screws here, and it doesn't fall apart, so, and it's only plywood, so that looks okay. Got another one here I can take a look at. This is guitar number 3. This is a Floyd Rose, and this is an example of one that's got the extension block on it. So because of the fact that it has to go so far, and there's really that way you get the screws further apart. There's nothing here to attach it to. This is the guitar that got sculpted within 1 inch of its life. Every curve on the body or every edge on the body, it got sculpted within 1 inch of its life. So, but yeah, that's an example of using an extension block on it. I got another one. I want to see what's up with the X11. It was upgraded to X13 specs. Okay, this here is the X11. See what it's got going on. Oh, it's just got the 2 screw holes that are close to each other. yeah, it's just got the two close screw holes. So, there we go. There's the camera clamp. Yeah, and then this guy goes in there. And then it's got, for the park position, it's got one way up here. Probably because there wasn't any room because of the bracket here. So, okay, so that's how that one works. It looks like it's not an issue putting them this close together. See, if they're too close together, then the weight of the guitar being supported by your leg is going to like do such a twist thing that it could break. But apparently that's far enough apart that it's okay, at least for this kind of wood, and it's probably going to be okay for solid pine too, I would think. So let me put this thing back away. There we go. Headphones up there somewhere. Get the strings back in. Should trim those off. Yeah, it was cool. I found these generic rifle cases, plastic, ABS plastic rifle cases, foam lined, for like $26 on Amazon. And you can actually fit one of these stick guitars in it. So it works out really, really good. Because I mean, it's like, you know, a regular guitar case, and one of these guitars, there's so little guitar compared to a regular guitar that it doesn't really work that well. So anyway, that's the X11. It looks like two screws close to each other is going to be okay. Well, that's at a 25-degree angle, and it's not a lot of wood. You got like, you put a screw there and maybe a screw there. Technically, I guess that's far enough apart though. That's a little over an inch. Okay. Well, I'm going to start by lopping the end off of this. Okay. There's like a knot on the end of this thing. That's why it's chewed up a bit. So I'm just going to lop that off. There we go. Relatively straight. Okay. Okay. The leg bar is going to be at 25-degree from the vertical, which means that the neck, when you're, say like this is the guitar and you're looking at the player, you'll be at a 25-degree, not a 30-degree, a 25. See, this is the guitar. Yeah, let me look through the camera. Here's the guitar. You're looking at the player. Instead of being at like a 30-degree playing angle, you'll be at a 25. And so you want the leg bar at 25-degree angle, and you want the bottom of the leg bar right there to meet the body. So you're looking at something about like that. would be like, obviously there's going to be a screw at this end. And then there'll be another screw down here somewhere. That kind of an idea. They make those a little darker. And then this screw would be somewhere right about there. If you can even mark on this clear coat. Yeah. And then you look for the ruler. Yeah, let me find the ruler. Okay, spacing on these guys is 35 mil. And we got one there. And we want to come down 35 mil from here at an angle of 25 degrees, which would put us, let's see here, like along that line, and 35 mil out, which should be right about here. Okay, see if the camera will pick this stuff up. Right there, I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up or not. Okay, that mark, yeah, there we go. Come on, man, focus again. That mark right there, that's where the pivot screw goes. And that mark right there is where the thumb screw goes for the leg position on the bar. And those are 35 mil apart. And those two marks there, let me stand the camera back up. That mark and that mark are also 35 mil apart. So that should take care of it. Now I need some screws, which I've already got, but they're not cut to length. So the first step is going to be to punch all this stuff. I'm going to punch this first, then double check the measurement of the punch marks, because that's already done, and I can always change this more easily than that. So get the punch, find our mark. Punch our mark. Just making sure that's not like, it's close, but it doesn't look like it's directly opposite of any screws. And then mark number 2. And there it is. Okay, double check the measurement. It's reading 31.5 mil. That's pretty much the right marks. Okay, those should be 31.5 mil apart, and those should be 31.5 mil apart. And these should all line up quite nicely. Which they do. If the light were in a different position, it'd be easier to see, but yeah, they line up pretty good. Okay, cool. We've got some holes punched and marked out, and time to drill. Alright, time to get some pilot holes going here. Just a little start. This will probably need to be just a little bit bigger for the actual screws. And then on the bar side, they're going to be much bigger, because you want that to be a drop-through fit on this thing. Get in there, you. Drill a little and then clean the bit. And then drill a little more and then clean the bit. Clear the bit, whatever. I'm going to poke a bunch of holes in my foam here. Through. There it goes. Chugga, 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 chugga. Slow and steady gets it. Alright, that's one. And number two. There's two. 1, 2. Okay. Maybe I should be using the drill press, that isn't that straight. Back drill it from the other side. If I can. It's awfully close. That should be okay. Okay. Got 4 holes started. Now we need some proper dimensions. And we're going to need a handle for this thing. Let me see what I can make the handle out of. Well, digging through the cutoffs, I've got a variety of choices here. I got red oak, I got the Bubinga cutoffs, I got pine, I guess that's going to be spruce again. I've got some maple laminate. It was actually packing material for a fingerboard, slotted fretboard off of eBay. And I got a bit of the flame maple. And then I could also do something fancy, like take this and laminate it with that, or laminate it with like black pickguard material, or I could laminate it with brass, or laminate it with copper, or something like that. So, I guess Bubinga. Why not? It'll take a while to drill it, but yeah, Bubinga, I guess. So, Bubinga it is. Oh my gosh, this says we're at 47 minutes. I'm going to end this episode here for sure. Yeah, I'll pick up in the next episode with doing the Bubinga knob and drilling and stuff for the bar. Until then, everybody, have a good one.